Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode in this World of Flowers ribbon design series. It's really sunny today. I've got the blind shut, everything looks a little bit dark, but I'm hoping that as I come in it will sort of brighten and sharpen it all up a little bit. I think it was like this when I did the first couple as well. Unfortunately, sort of this time of year it gets a little bit tricky timing the recording to make sure it's a time when it's sort of good weather, but never mind, we are going to do these three today to start with. Now I'm thinking I quite like to do an orange. I'm having a look at what I've got. I've got this one which is number 2. It's actually called Scarlet Red, but I've always thought of it as a very orangey colour, and we're going to do the petals. And I'm just going to do them quite simply by putting them a bit darker here with more layers and then less towards the edge. They might look a bit red, to be honest, but I rather like it. And I'm just going to do all three the same way. So there's not much to sort of explain to you really as we go. Excuse me, I've still got a bit of a frog. I did have a bit of a flu thing last week, sort of shivery, achy type thing going on, but I'm better now. I've still got a bit of sinuses. I had sinusitis before, and I'm sure, and I feel like I've still got it, but it's fine. I've just got a bit of toothache. I always get really worried when I have toothache. You know, I've never had, I've had one filling ever from decay, and I've never didn't notice anything. So I've never had toothache, so I don't really know what toothache feels like, but this sort of sinusy toothache, and of course I get it and I think, oh, is there something wrong with my teeth? But actually it's moved. So it sort of started off at the bottom of my mouth, and then it went to the top directly above it, and then it went to the other side, and I'm like, this isn't this isn't tooth decay, and as all my teeth are going to fall out all in one go. It's just a sinusy thing. So but that's fine, and it's not constant, so it doesn't matter. So that's all good. I'm feeling lots better. I should really be out today in the sunshine. Went out for a walk yesterday in the sunshine with the husband, and it's Monday today, and I've been trying to get various things done. Had pest control in this morning to deal with my rat problem. Got rats in the house, but fortunately not in the house, in between the floors of the house. You know, you can hear them, but there's no evidence of them actually being in the house, which is a relief, obviously. I'm going to grab one of these sort of browny red colours. This one is number 72. I'm just trying to see what it's called. English red. And I'm going to use that for these little petal-y things. So yes, he came and put some bait down and things, and chatted to me a bit, told me how to get rid of the moths in my carpet, because he's pest control. Apparently there's some insecticide. He said you can buy insecticide just off Amazon. I was like, okay, I might have a look into that at some point, because that's good. And he said, oh, if they're those little ones, they don't do any harm unless you've got wool in your carpet. I was like, I've got wool in my carpet, and yes, they've been eating it. So anyway, I might be able to sort those out as well. So that's a bonus. It's always good to pick someone's brain if they know things, isn't it? Isn't it? Good value for money. He was a lovely chatty chap. This is number 49, which I think, just my pieces of paper moved across, is the, oh, just looking, fawn. That's right. And I'm going to do the centres with this. It might sound a little odd. Just going around first. We're going to add some yellow after. Do a little bit on the edge just to darken it a bit. It's quite faint. These pencils are quite hard. I actually had a really exciting success with these pencils actually. I've never really had the confidence to do Golden Ochre 16, a skin tone with Staedtler. Has anyone tried it? Yeah, they're quite hard pencils, so take quite a long time, and there isn't a real skin tone selection. If you want to do a pale skin tone, not really darker ones, you can put darker skin tone, but I had a go and I was really pleased. I'm just picking my green. I think I'm going to go for this one. This is the 57, which is the olive green. I think we might have used it already, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to block this bit in, this vine. So yeah, I use the, excuse me, my voice. I'm going to fade it towards the tip of the leaf. So I use the apricot colour, peach it's called, isn't it? The number 43, and she looks quite a bit orangey. But I also use the light rose, which is the 21, and a bit of the pastel violet 602 and some grey. I can't remember which grey for the sort of shadows. Make this bit a bit darker, just layer it over like this. And these bits, of course. And yeah, just layered it up slowly. And of course there is a salmon. Oh, sorry, just banging the table. There is a salmon in this set of Staedtler Design Journey. Actually, we don't want to move any more across, do we? We're going to do this one. I think we need a yellow flower, do you? Should I be daring? Yeah, let's do it. This is 11, this is the sand. I'm going to start with the sand. Actually, I'm going to start in the middle, I think, and make the whole thing yellow. So I'm going to try and make it darker around the edge of that mini circle. And the same here, I'm going to try and fade this towards the tip, but you will find it very hard to see. Yes, so I didn't use this set. I have a smaller set of Design Journey pencils, and yeah, that's what I used because these were in here in this little office ready for filming. I'm just going to fade that off and use a different colour for the tips. So no, I didn't have these with me, so I had to just improvise with what I had, and I was really pleased that I'm getting really much more confident in doing these sort of faces and things in different pencil brands and things. I'm still most confident in Prismas just because that's how I learnt, but you know, it's coming along and I'm really happy. And I'm sure you know the feeling when you're trying to conquer something or other, and you feel like you've finally got it. It's rather good. This is 110, which is called a bright yellow, and I'm going to use this on the petals. I'm going to use it on top of what I've done already. There we go. Yeah, so that was successful, so that was great. I was happy with that. What else has been going on? I've been doing a few mandalas this month. Like last month I really concentrated hard on just doing Hannah Carlson's Tales from Forest Kingdom and Rita Berman's Lander book. Now I haven't got loads of pictures left in those, so I am going to do a fair bit from them this month as well, I think. But my friend Michelle, we do a lot of buddy colours, and she said she wanted to get some more mandalas done. And we both have the same book. She kindly bought me a copy of a mandala book, which she had, so we could do buddy colours in, which is lovely fun. This is 50. It is the willow green, and I think it just goes really nicely with this yellow. And I'm just going to fill in these leaves, making them a little darker at the middle, at the centre, sorry, and less as we go towards the edge here. I'm not going to do these edges. We'll do them in a different colour. So we've been colouring mandalas. I've been using Sarah Rennie Clark's Colour Cube cards for most of mine. I don't know whether there's a leaf there. I don't think there is. I think I've done that wrong. We could pretend there's one like here, couldn't we? And I've been doing them with those and things, and she's been doing her own thing, and we just compare, and it's been fun. So that's been good. We've done quite a lot of those. She wants to finish the book that we've got, so that's all good. I'm always good up for finishing any book, so I'm happy with that. I think she wants to do some more in Witch's Cottage, the Hannah book. I'm just grabbing my sap green, which is the number 52, but I've got to just sharpen it. So yeah, so we're having a go at those things. This is, yeah, as I said, 52. So we've been doing that over the weekend. Husband's been getting used to his new meds for his ADHD. So far, this is his 3rd day on them, so in his early days, but he's feeling that they're really helping. He says he's on, for any of you who are personally interested, he's on something called Elvance, and he's on a low dose at the moment because they give you a low dose for a week before putting it up. I think they have to slowly check there's no side effects and things, and all sort of get your body used to it, I guess. So he said immediately he noticed that it stopped. He says he has a constant chatter in his head. He said it stopped that, which he was pleased about. He said he felt that he got more done. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking I'd like to do all of those the same colour because they all look like they're really similar. I mean, you could just do those for the same colour and that one different, but I like to tie them all together with a rope. No. Oh dear. So I'm thinking blue. We've only got a little bit of blue here, so I'm going to go for this there's some beautiful sort of turquoisey shades. That one and that one I think I go for. I'm going to use the 54. It is called French Green, but it's blue. I'm a bit confused. But anyway, that one I'm going to leave for a minute. And I'm actually just going to do all the petals with this one shade because it's so pretty. I don't want to add in another colour. I just want us to be able to enjoy that really pretty. Look at that. I think it's pretty anyway. Maybe it's just me. But I'm just going to go through. So yes, so that was good. And he's got into a habit of tidying up. He says he thinks he's tidying up more. Not seeing the evidence of that personally, but I still have to put things away after him and things like that, like I've always had to, so we'll see. But he did give the toaster a thorough clean out, but he does do that from time to time anyway, so we're not sure. We'll see how it progresses. What else? Yeah, he had a very calm weekend, which was really nice as well, but he wasn't stressed because he at work on Friday he'd managed to complete something and you know, put it so he could leave work behind for the weekend, which was nice. He can't often do that. You know, if he's in the middle of something, he's worrying about it, he's got to get it finished, he might come home, do some research over the weekend on it, that sort of thing. And that doesn't make for a very restful weekend. So I think he'd have probably had a good calm weekend anyway. So he's not giving it the full test yet, which obviously isn't his fault. You know, if he starts getting stressed, then, you know, he'll be able to see how they help him. He's actually got a deadline of Tuesday to get some stuff done for work. And so it might be that it helps him with that. He thinks he actually spent, because of the lack of noise in his head, which is often very negative, he was able to spend some time doing art at the weekend without the television on, which is quite a thing for him. Normally he has to have something on all the time. Now that's rather nice for us because it means I can talk to him and he can hear me, whereas he can't concentrate on more than one thing at once as part of the ADHD. So I'm learning. I've been learning a lot about it. So it means that if I want to talk to him and he's watching TV, he is zoned out. This is 35, which is the turquoise. I think it's a little bit, oh, it might be okay. We'll use it for these bits here. I'm going to try and leave a lighter bit in the middle, a little white dot. So yes, so if he can't sort of listen to me properly because he's zoned in on the TV, so not having that on is nice. I'm going to put a light layer. Sometimes I don't like noise, I want it quiet. I don't have this voice in my head chattering away thing very much at all. Don't really have an inner voice very much. I do have thoughts, but yeah, it's interesting. We've chatted about this as a family. My one boy does have the chatter and the other one doesn't. This is 359 and it is aquamarine. I'm going to use it for the centres. I'm going to go a darker line round and then less as you go around. I've joined this sort of Facebook group as well, and it's quite interesting because people talk about problems they've got, symptoms they have, meds they take, things like that, and it just gives me a bit of a heads up about it. I can learn about it more. But I was trying to find a decent book on if you're a partner to someone with ADHD, you know, but apparently most books just say, well, you need to be patient and understanding and help them. And it's like, that's all good. I've been doing that for a whole marriage. But sometimes you want to, it would be nice to know how you could perhaps find an easier way to communicate or help them with some coping strategies so they don't have to rely on you so heavily all the time, that sort of thing. You know, it can be quite difficult sometimes. This is number 5, which is just the green. I'm going to do it for these, and I'm going to fade them down to the tip. You know, I find it okay. I can cope with it absolutely fine, having to look after him, you know, make his lunchbox, make sure he gets up in the morning, helping him with his stress, and you know, generally probably taking care of the bills, the money, the house, all those sorts of things. I can cope with that normally. But if I then have a stressor as well, then I find it quite difficult to deal with it all on my own. But if he's stressed with work, he can't deal with anything else, you know. So it'll be nice to know if anyone's got any help with that sort of thing. But I'm all good now. I did go through a period where I was really struggling, quite recently actually, but I think it was more menopause or hormonal related, you know, but I'm not anymore, so it's good. This is 55, which is green earth, and I'm going to use it to do these little pretty leaves here. Okay, I think, and that'll be the end of this video then, because we've passed our 15 minutes. Which is my target for these little videos. Yeah, I think I just needed to zone out a little bit and just to sort of have some time for myself and try and deal with what I was going through. And it was difficult. But I feel like my hormones, I shouldn't be back on track because, you know, perhaps I'm used to it now. I don't know, because it's obviously changed during that sort of menopausal or perimenopausal time. But all is good. All is good. Had a very good weekend, so that's nice. And we put that more in the middle. So we've done a couple of flowers, well, a couple of groups of flowers today. I'm going to leave it there. As I say, I didn't want them to get too long. I mean, it's easy to get carried away and just do the whole page. But the idea is that these are just short morning videos. I mean, it might not be your morning when you see them, but just a short one just to do a little tiny bit of colouring so that, you know, and look at we've got a beautiful rainbow of pencils today. I'm just going to show you that before I go. Look at them. I need to write the numbers down before I put them away. But they're just so pretty. I just want to show you before you go. It's hard to put them down without look at those gorgeous little rainbow of pencils. You'll have the same if you colour along, if you leave your pencils out. I'd never leave my pencils out normally. It's only because I need to write down the numbers for you before I put them away. But that's me, nice simple gentle colouring this morning, and there'll be something different for you this afternoon. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.